Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Monarchs will kick it away to start us off. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. So Indiana's offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players, their coaches' meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Hoosiers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. It's a seam wide open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
He'll throw it. Got the quick pass.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cooper. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers. This is the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, Does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Thomas. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Monarchs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's blocked. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Monarchs are in the red zone. The give to the tailback. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. Not gonna get there as this defense makes a stand. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Quarterback running on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Past the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And it's a live ball.
And what a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchdown.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Monarchs will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for space. It's Hemby. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught over the middle. It's Cooper. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell he like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Unloads quickly. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Quick completion to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Quickly complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They're setting up the screen. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll move the tight end to the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Monarchs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They'll immediately call timeout. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's locked.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The snap sets up the throw. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on fourth down? Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The give on the option. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
The Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They'll give it to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Look out, he's got room. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Keep it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 35. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And the Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Cooper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Hoosiers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to play their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And the Hoosiers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to power it in. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback on the keeper. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, football, run this game out? No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Rides to the back. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
The Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Butler. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, ODU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where this is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big opportunity for this defense to get a stop and maybe get the ball back on 3rd and 10. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going up top here late in the game. He's got it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Just when you think you have this offense pinned down, they come up with a play like that, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding that ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books.